because these kids were, they had some challenges, and all these kids' challenges were all justified when you look at the case history. It's like, of course, this is where they ended up. Like, they didn't have a chance anyway. What else do you expect? So yeah, home had to be the place that when they screwed up at school or they got into trouble with the police, that this is where they wanted to be rather than running away from. So that was super important. And so much so we had, you'd mentioned about the queer community that you have there. We had our supervisor call up and said, well, we've got this one kid and we really want him to be with you, because I think he was about 15. But he wanted to transition into a woman, and there was no other home that they could see that they could put him in that was going to be supportive and ensure that he was that he was safe.
That's wonderful.
So they brought him in, and he was an amazing kid. He was quite funny. And I think a couple days after they brought him in, it was like just before the Gay Pride Day in Toronto, and he wanted to go, and he wanted to go as a woman, and he had money, but he wasn't going to take any of the money because it came from his father, who was not approving of his lifestyle. We'll just leave it at that, and he was never going to take another cent from this man in his life. So although his father had millions, he was like, nope. But he wanted to go as a woman. So, but he didn't have any money. And so I said, well, let's figure out what we can do. So, he went to the dollar store and he got a wig, and he really wanted boobs. It's like, so he bought some nylons. It's like, well, we got rice at home. I mean, you could have boobs. So he went to the Pride Parade and he came back and he was so happy. But he was so happy because he grew 3 bra sizes in the parade because it rained and the rice expanded.
That's such a great story. It's so fantastic.